Welcome to this week's Joe Cooks. This week I thought we'd have a go making an Italian style meatball sub using ingredients that you've either got in your cupboards or you could find typically in a food bank, heavily reduced in supermarkets, stuff like that. This one's a penny pincher, So we'll have a quick run through these ingredients. Then I want to give you a little tour of my cooking kit just to show you the bits and bobs that I use to put these videos together and helps us keep me overall food costs down really, but it might not be for everyone, but it might help someone, so we'll have a quick look at that. But first we'll have a run through the ingredients and we'll crack on. Right, for this we're going to be using some of these lean meatballs. I got these half price from Iceland a few months ago, shoved them in the freezer. They're coming out now and they're going to be used. Right, we're going to be using the Sourdough Baguette. I picked this because in food banks you get random breads. You can't be certain of what you're going to get. You're going to have to be versatile. But it works out that this one's very good for this meal anyway. So, but anyone will use, you can use a baguette, you can use what you want. Bread buns, doesn't matter if you haven't got one. Get what you can. It's all about being versatile. Anyway, using a couple of these cheap cheese slices. Couple of 100 grams of diced onion. Again, plenty of fruit and veg in food banks. Take that before you take the sugar, you know. It's better for you, We're using a stock cube, which I've dissolved in 250 ml of water. Some sliced mushrooms. Some chopped tomatoes. Again, plenty of tins in food banks and that. So, they're healthy, they're good for you. Some salt and pepper, basics. Some Italian mixed herbs. You can use normal mixed herbs, whichever ones you can get your hands on. Some garlic puree, a few sprays of frylight. Not the cheapest in the world, I grant you, but it's healthy. It's something that I like to use, and so it stays in. A couple of spoons of light mayonnaise, and to go with it, I'm going to be roasting a few diced potatoes and some frozen sweet corn and garden pea mix. Again, very cheap. But we'll get this out of the way, we'll have a quick look at my cooking kit and we'll get cracking. This is what I use to put these videos together and what helps us keep my food prices down. You've probably got most of this in your cupboards anyway, you just gotta go and dig it out and gather it all together. But basically, herbs and spices, condiments, sauces, touch of olive oil and stock. And you're away. You can come up with 1,000 dishes with the contents of this. So you can go into a supermarket, you'll pick the reduced, whatever it is, bit of meat, vegetables, bring them home. You've got something in here to sort yourself out with. But the key ones, I would say, to get yourself started is something like mixed herbs on the herb side, or basil or something. And maybe a chili powder, some stock, and possibly the generic curry powders. Generic curry powders are great because they're so versatile. But yeah, build one up, go out every week. Like they say, these, I think it was bargain buys, two for a pound. They'll last us ages. It just keeps us able to produce cheap meals all the time. So yeah, if it helps, put it together, tell us in the comments how you're getting on with it and that, and or show us your cooking collection. I've got this one, and I've got one for baking and that, baking cakes and stuff like that. But we'll go through that in another video. Anyway, let's get back to what we're going to cook. Right, we're over at the cooker now. Let's get cracking. I've heated my pan up. The pan's on quite high. It's on number 5 out of 6. I'm just going to go another little spray of frylight just to make sure it's hot. Yep, that's hot enough for me, mate. We'll chuck the onions in. We'll just do what I normally do. Nice little splash of water. And get the lid on. And that'll start them softening up. Just give these onions a nice little stir. We've had a couple of minutes now and they're starting to break down a little bit. We'll go in with a good squirt of garlic. I've put in the description about 2 teaspoons. So But I like garlic, so I'm pretty heavy on it. I'm pretty heavy on it. Put what you want in, put what you want in. We'll just give that a nice little stir. And we're going to go in with salt. That'll just help break down the onions a little bit better. Just a pinch, not too much, not too much. Again, keep it stirring. It's quite hot this. If it gets too hot, you can just turn it down a notch. I think I'll turn mine down a notch. So I'm on number 4 now. And we can start going in with the meatballs. We'll just chuck them in. We'll just give them a couple of minutes to start browning off. And we'll finish the sauce really quick, this one, you know, really quick, really cheap. See, I think the only thing I went out and bought for this one was the loaf, the sourdough loaf, and I got that after 7 o'clock, so I got 30% off. So, but you can get them, you get all kinds of shaped bread in the food banks, all shapes. Right, that's all meatballs in. Again, we'll stick the lid on, we'll give them a couple more minutes, let them brown off a little bit, and we'll move on. We're nearly finished this sauce, we're nearly finished adding stuff to it. Right, these meatballs have had a couple of minutes now, as you can see them going nice and brown. Onions are just starting to burn a little bit, which is not too bad. They're not burnt, they're just caramelised. That's what the chefs call it, isn't it? Caramelised. Right, we're going to go in with a good squirt of tomato puree. Comes together really quick from here. About 20 grams. I think that's what I put in the description. Give that a little flick round. Then we're going to go in with mushrooms. I think that's 156 grams when it's drained. Something like that anyway, something like that. Or a tin of drained mushrooms. There'll be lists in the description as normal anyway. I always put them in, so even if I don't mention it, have a look, because sometimes I forget. I always make one glaring mistake in a video anyway, so keep your eye out for it, because it'll be coming, I might have already done it and not known about it, but never mind. We're only messing about in the kitchen, innit, so. Right, we're going with tomatoes. Give them a good stir in. Slush this, you know. I haven't really made this particular thing before, but I've made this style. I make this style a lot. It's based on the sauce I use when I cook in the soup kitchen, to be honest with you. Because you can use this tomato sauce to put anything you want in, anything you want. And when you're working in the soup kitchen, you get there, you've got to put in anything that's there. You can't be too fussy. Right, anyway, that's enough about that. We're going to go in with stock and with water. Let's get it tipped in. Another good stir. And I think all that's left is some pepper. We've got Italian herbs. You see, you can use mixed herbs, you can use basil, use what you want. You'll be seeing this sauce a lot in its different variations throughout my channel, because I think it's great, so versatile. Anyway, I'm just going to put a small handful in. I'm going to give you a good mix in. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this back up to a near boil. I'm going to cook it out for a couple of minutes, then I'm going to turn it down to about 2 or 3. And I'm going to let it just slowly cook itself out while I prepare my potatoes and my breads and that. And yeah, we'll get this one in. We'll get this one brought in. So I'll get set back up on the chopping board and we'll sort the rest of the prep out. And this one's nearly done. Right, we're all set up by the chopping board now, just a little bit of prep left to do. What we're going to do first, I'm going to prep my potatoes. I know they're not part of the dish, but sometimes I see these videos on YouTube and that, and it's the stuff that's sitting on the plate with the main dish that I like. But anyway, really easy. We're going to I've diced 300 grams of white potatoes, nice fine dices, and I'm going to roast them basically. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put them in this dish, microwave dish. I've had this since I moved in this flat, and it's looking a bit worse for wear now, but I love it, Anyway, they can go in there. If you haven't got access to a microwave, just boil them for a few minutes on the hob. Does exactly the same thing. I'm just going to splash a bit of water in. I'm going to microwave these until they're soft. Take about 6 minutes, I suppose. So 3 minutes, let it stand for a minute, let the steam calm down. Blast them again, drain them, then blast them again for another 3 minutes, and you'll be good. While the potatoes are in the microwave, we can get on and prep with bread. There's a couple of elements left. I'm going to prep my bread, make some garlic mayonnaise, then we're practically done. This whole dish will make 3 of these. I'm going to be making 1 because I can't eat 3, to be quite honest with you. I'll probably have some tomorrow. So you can chop this up into exactly 3. Doesn't have to be exact. I'm a bit greedy, so I'm going to be having the middle bit. So we'll get rid of them. Really easy, and we're just going to cut it straight down, like so. And this we'll toast off in the oven for a couple of minutes when the potatoes are nearly ready. And we're good, Right, well, potatoes are steamed now. I've preheated my oven to 180 degrees. I've got our potatoes there. Still red hot, that's fine. Basically, what we're going to do is chuck some salt and pepper on. So a bit of salt, not too much, some pepper. And we're going to give these potatoes about 10-15 sprays of fry light. Probably go for it. That'll do. And while we're here, we'll just give our tray a little dusting so they don't stick in the oven. That'll do. We're going to whack the lid on. We're just going to give them a good old shake. Good shake. Get them in. And basically just chuck them on here. Spread them out a bit. And these can go in a hot oven. 180 for, whoop, I knocked the camera there. About 15 minutes or so. Just keep checking them because sometimes they take a couple of minutes, sometimes they take a bit longer. Then yeah, with sauce, I've turned it down now to number 1. It's just ticking over nicely, it's already done, it's prepared. So yeah, we'll cook these potatoes. I'll toast the bread in the oven for a couple of minutes as the potatoes are coming out. And we'll build it, we'll bring this one in. Right, all that's left now is to make our masterpiece. There's our little potatoes that we're making, they roasted up lovely, bit of veg in that. I toasted the bread in the oven for a couple of minutes. Just brings it back to life a bit. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put some of this garlic mayonnaise that I made. I'm just going to smear it on the bottom. All it is a bit of light mayonnaise, a little sprinkle of herbs, and a squirt of garlic. Easy, and you just mix it together. I was going to show you, but it's like telling you how to suck eggs really. So a nice splodge of that. Get it on. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Right. Get rid of that. And we'll bring in with sauce. This sauce looks fantastic, you know. Look at that. Look at that. I'll swap my ladle for a spoon. We'll get some out. Look at that. All from basics, you know, because I had that cooking kit ready. So yeah. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the YouTubey stuff for us and that. And get yourself a cooking kit together if it's something that you fancy. Start making your own masterpieces in the kitchen. Oh, look at that. All from basics. Food bank stuff, supermarket stuff. Fantastic. We're going to finish it off with one of these cheese slices. I love these, like, I love them. And yeah, thanks for watching. Be kind to everyone. Stay safe, and I'll see you on next week's video. We'll have a little look at this, but look at that. What a beauty. I think it's about 600 calories right there or thereabouts. The whole meal's about 900, 1,000 maybe. I'll put them on the screen as usual, but yeah, there you go. One Italian themed style, whatever you want, meatball sub with potatoes and mixed veg. All from basics and that. Perfect. Give it a go. Like the video. I'll see you on next week's. Thank you very much. Goodbye.